Hello. It is kind of the middle of the night and I've had a pretty long day, so I'm gonna try and keep it a bit quiet in today's video, but it's oh, you can't see it because my cam covers it. Um, the 1st of December just ended, and as I announced in my earlier video, the daily challenge on the 1st of December, the official GeoGuessr daily challenge, was made by me. I selected the 5 locations. Um, and you know, I've been looking at everyone's responses. I saw, uh, Reddit posts and people playing it on Twitch. Saw some YouTube videos of it as well. Um, yeah, also on Twitter, I guess I made a post, saw some replies there. A bunch of different places. I've seen people's feedback. I'm really happy that a lot of you like the locations. Um, so I kind of wanted to make a video talking about how I selected them, why I selected them, and yeah, just sort of go through my thought process there. So, um, for people who have been watching this channel for a while, the locations might have been familiar for you because I do a map making series on this channel, and in that series, we are making this map. It's called Our Fascinating Planet. Um, I can link it in the description as well. I can also link the playlist of the videos of this map making series. They are pretty long videos, and if you're not one of those who enjoys like 1 hour long videos, maybe it's not for you. But yeah, this is the map, and all 5 locations from today's challenge were from this map. Well, one of them was slightly different, but basically all from this map. And so if you want to try and find even more cool and interesting locations, I'm sure you can find more in this map. We're also still working on it. It's a work in progress. Currently, we're at 1351 locations, um, and in the future, want to go with as many locations as possible. So yeah, if you're interested in this process, if you have some cool locations or interesting locations that you'd like to send my way, go ahead. This map is sort of a contribution from a lot of people. So locations on today's daily challenge were also locations that people had sent me, or at least most of them, I think. Um, so yeah, thank you to whoever had sent those as well, of course, because that's how they were in this map to begin with. But yeah, anyway, getting back to the point, these were the locations in today's challenge, or yesterday's challenge. Um, and I did want to spread them out all over the world, mainly because there's players from all over the world playing it, and secondly because I don't actually know if it works the same for the daily challenge. It probably doesn't, but the more spread out your locations are, the better the scoring system is in GeoGuessr. So for example, if you just have a map of South Dakota, you'll have to be within like 25 meters to get a 5K. But if you make a world map like this, we can actually check in map making app what the 5K radius is. So if we look at this, start measurement and go here, 157 meters. This circle displays the 5K radius. So if you're within 157.6 meters, that should be a 5K. Um, so yeah, that's how usually works in GeoGuessr. The more spread out your locations are, the larger the distance there is to 5K. Um, I don't really know if it's the same for the daily challenge, as I said, maybe it's not. But in any case, I just decided to spread them out just so that, yeah, uh, we have a higher 5K radius anyway. So that's the reason for the spread. And what I really wanted to do with the challenge was to make, I'm sure a lot of you caught on, the locations, quite visually appealing, where there's something interesting going on, or it's a really beautiful location. Um, but I also wanted to keep it doable and easy because, I could have, for instance, chosen. Where's Vanuatu again? There. I could have chosen this lava uh, in the volcano in Vanuatu, but then that's just impossible to do in the daily challenge. It's a very cool location, of course, but yeah, I wanted to be mindful of that. If I was to pick locations like this, then it would have been really great. There's also like well, you know what? I don't need to spoil this. Maybe someday in the future I can make something out of these locations. There's some really cool locations that are not really pinpointable. Anyway, so that was the plan. And I did see a lot of you get really good scores. So good job, well done. Um, that also makes me feel okay that my map wasn't too hard. But I did see some people struggle on a couple of rounds, particularly the Mexico Yucatan round, understandable. And also the Basque round caught some people off guard because, yeah, a lot of people are not familiar with the Basque language and everything, so makes sense. But yeah, so what I also wanted to do was make sure that every location I have is the latest coverage. Um, so for instance, this lightning location is really cool, of course, but there are also other lightning locations. I have them tagged here actually. So we have two in Argentina. I could have chosen this one as well, but yeah, this doesn't look as impressive, I think. And there's also this one in the US, which is also very cool. Um, but sadly, if you see, this is May 2014 coverage, and the road has been covered like 10 times after that. So that's what I mean, sort of that I wanted to make sure that it's the latest coverage, just because I wasn't sure if, um, yeah, just because like the technical workings of the daily challenge, I wasn't sure if it's able to keep old coverage locations. But in any case, that was one of the things that I also had in mind when selecting these locations, that the latest coverage is the coverage that I want in the map, basically. So that's why I didn't use this location, for instance. Also, on a side note, there used to be a lightning location in Romania as well, but sadly Google deleted that panorama like very recently. It is really sad, to be honest, but it's just Google doing Google things. They keep deleting panoramas from time to time. Anyway, so that's why I really wanted one lightning strike location at least, so I had to go with this one. Um, and then information wise as well, this wasn't terrible. I know a lot of people managed to 5k it, or at least get close, get on the road. Um, yeah, I think going this direction, there is a road number right there. So RN1023, that's the RN is like Ruta Nacional. So the national roads usually in white, so you can find those. A lot of people found the 23 that way. Some people also found this truck which said the province, Rio Negro, which is this one. Also has the shape of the province on it. If you were struggling, oh, I didn't mean to close it, but anyway, that was there. And if you kept going further, then there is a couple of signs. So it's a bit further than I thought, but I did see some of you get there. This one was not actually that useful, so it kind of makes sense if people spend time on that one, then they would have missed it. But if you kept going a bit more further down the road, you have pretty useful information as well. So um, it's right here, I think. There. So you have quite a few signs. Viedma, which is fairly big, if you can see it at this zoom level. There's Viedma. Then you have San Antonio Oeste, and also Ruta Nacional 3, which is right here, which is 76 kilometers away. That can help. And then a bit further here, you can also see that it says, oh, okay, let's see. It says Valcheta, which is this place. So yeah, there was pretty decent amount of information, I'd say, not far from spawn. Um, so yeah, that was a pretty good choice in my eyes for the location, and I think a lot of people liked it. The lightning strike, especially, I've already seen a Reddit post about it and whatnot. Um, but yeah, that's about it for that location. Our location two was this one, I think. And of course, the painting here. This is like so cool in my eyes. I don't know if what you guys think about this, but like this is the exact scenery and person's painting. It's so amazing. Um, there's also one painting location in London, but couldn't really use that one because um, it's like in a park and it's a trekker. Um, but this one is also pretty cool. But yeah, I decided to go for this one also because it had the interesting aspect of being um, in the Basque area, and it's also at like an interesting spot on the map. So if you had figured out that this was Basque or if this was Spain maybe as well, you can also just try to like landscape this and guess this because you have water to the southeast and northeast. Um, and then it's also like really green mountains, which you usually get in northern Spain. So for pinpointing enthusiasts, this could be fun. Um, but yeah, what I saw that a lot of people were not familiar with Basque, which makes sense. I wasn't familiar with Basque before I played this game. And to be honest, I'm still not great at recognizing it. um, but one very good tell for Basque is that the street names have Kalea on them. Actually, I should maybe open Plunkett Guide here because they have a really good explanation of Basque, I think. Let's go to Spain, regional clues, and oh yeah, here it shows you that that's the area where they speak Basque. So it's not a large area. It's a fairly small area. So if you can recognize the language, then you've already gotten a really good score there. Um, and then here we have more about it. This is what Basque language usually looks like. It looks quite different from Spanish. Um, so yeah, totally understandable that that can confuse people. I think we had some Basque language right here. Yeah, there, and also we have Spanish on the bottom, I think. Yeah, so we have two languages, which makes sense. Um, I think some people, yeah, saw this GR121 and got confused. I don't really know what that is either, to be honest. But but yeah, that's the thing. That's the language, and then here it says it as well. Kalea. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, to be honest, but that's how street signs in Basque areas look like. So those two were pretty good giveaways, and I think most people just spent their time there. But if you kept moving, at some point you also have road numbers. I don't really remember which direction they were. Maybe it was the other direction. I'm not sure, but definitely some direction. Maybe it was this side actually. Further down the road, you have some road numbers. You do have to move a fair bit for that. I don't really remember exactly where it was. Well, I guess here's something as well. Don't really remember this. It's somewhere. I swear there's a sign somewhere with like big road numbers. Um, yeah, it's probably just easier to landscape guess this. Some of you did get the 5K though, so good job on that. So that was round two. Mainly it was the painting for me that wanted me to, you know, really wanted to add this because of the painting. Then round three we were in Melbourne, and I think almost everyone got this one. Really cool. I actually wanted to put it one step here. So some of you might have seen this, but there's like a wedding scene going on here, which is like super cool. But I didn't put it there because there is also Jan 2018 unofficial coverage here. So there was a chance it could get overwritten by the unofficial coverage, which I was a bit scared of. Didn't really want anything to go wrong on the last day. This one's all good, all safe. December 2014. And some of you did just move one step and see this as well. So that's pretty cool. Some of you did 5K this. This is like Melbourne has so many like tiny streets that have coverage. Like look at this. They have all these tiny streets, and all of them have like coverage. It's crazy. So you can find plenty of cool stuff in there. But yeah, I went with this one, and yeah, it's a big city. I'm sure it's not that hard to find a city name. Oh, it said it right there as well. It's just saying Melbourne there, and then you can just use. Yeah, there's also the railways here, I think. So yeah, also you can see the Melbourne Cricket Ground there. So plenty of hints, plenty of information, um, and the road names, of course. So yeah, a lot of people did well on this one. Nice job. Yeah, it's mainly like street art, the graffiti. Very cool. There's even more, by the way, here. Like if you just keep going, there's plenty more in this lane. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this round. Next, we went to Japan. Um, and I was kind of debating if I should include Japan because I know a lot of people struggle with Japan, but this location was just perfect, so I had to really include it because it's so beautiful. You have all these cherry blossoms, sakura trees, and you have a very big lake next to you which can help you pinpoint it. You know, if you just like happen to zoom on Japan and look for the biggest lake, you'll probably get it correct. It's quite simple. Um, so made it as simple as I could, I guess, with Japan. Maybe I could have made it simpler with Mount Fuji, but like and you also have pretty big signs. Fukui is a prefecture. Now I understand that people might not know prefectures in Japan because why would you? Um, yeah, it's also a city, but also a prefecture, so you can kind of see it on the map. And then Otsu is a big city as well, next to Kyoto, but yeah, it's kind of hidden behind Kyoto, so it's hard to find. Um, and then, of course, you can just scan for the 161, which I saw a lot of people did. Nice job on that. A lot of people found this. Um, and then here it also said road 557, I think. Yeah, 557. So you can just line up the road. You have the lake, 161, and there's the 557. And then it's somewhat straightforward to 5K. um, so yeah, that's it. Mainly just these cherry blossoms that I wanted to include, and also happen to be really nice in terms of information. So yeah, decided I'll just add this one. So that was round four, and round five, I think the one most people struggled with was this one. Imagine this had Gen 4 coverage, though. It was stuck in May 2013, but yeah, still pretty cool with the pink lagoon and yeah, just all these salt flats basically. Um, we do have these sort of wooden poles, and I think a few people missed that you can just go into this village. Some people just went down this highway, or not highway, but like just that road. But you have Spanish right here, which tells you you're in Spanish-speaking area. If you know your poles, then you do have a Mexican pole here as well. Actually, does it even say Mex on it? Because usually sometimes they do. I don't know, probably not. But yeah, this is a typical Mexican pole. You also have some number plates. But yeah, somewhere in this town, I think it was actually just, you don't even have to go there. I think you can just go like here and keep going. I'm pretty sure it says the full address somewhere. Not there. I did see some of you did find it in the end, which is really, really great. Um, yeah, it did say on that address, Yucatan and Los Coloradas, or also everything you needed basically was there on that sign. Um, Salineros. I don't really remember. It's somewhere around here though. Um, and I can't find it. Oh, there maybe. No, this was not the one. But anyway, at least this one still does say Yucatan, which is of course the state. You probably know it. And it also says Rio Lagartos here, which is quite findable. This one doesn't say Los Coloradas, but there is another sign that says it. So some of you found it. Um, I did see some of you 5K it, so nice job on that. Or at least get very close by. But yeah, definitely not an easy round, especially considering uh, these kind of locations. You just want to like take a moment to look at, so you just lose time looking at the location itself. But yeah, that's it. Definitely the hardest location here in terms of information. So very well done if you got close or 5K'd it. And yeah, that's about it for this daily challenge. Um, Thank you for all the nice comments about it. And if you would like to see more of these locations, of course, as I said, you have this map, Our Fascinating Planet, and we have a map making series for it as well. So videos for that will keep coming. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Uh, I really had fun making this, so thank you again to GeoGuessr for giving me this chance. And in the coming weeks, you might have even more content creators making the maps for you. So I'm excited to see what they come up with. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully I didn't make it too hard, break your gold streaks or silver streaks or whatever. But yeah, was a pleasure. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a nice day.